everyone. I'd like for you guys all to just take a moment here and visualize this. So you're middle of the night, you're sleeping, you get this phone call from the sheriff's department. It says that a loved one of yours has been in a car wreck. So obviously, the first thing, you get in the car, you go to the scene. And the whole way there, you're probably worrying, maybe they're dead, injured, all the above. Well, I've actually lived through one of these experiences where when I was around 15, a month before getting my driver's license, I took my dad's Jeep for a joyride, and on the way back in, I ended up wrecking it and totaling it. At 2 o'clock in the morning, they got the same phone call, they had to rush down there, and I was thinking they were going to kill me when they got there. But really, they were just happy to see that I was alive, which really opened my eyes to see that driving is really dangerous and that we should range the driving age from 16 to 18. So on to my first topic of discussion, which is the most obvious one, is the safety of driving. Road crash statistics show that 1.3 million people die every year, being the most for causes of death. Also, did you know that 16-year-old drivers are twice as likely to die in car crashes than maybe a 25-year-old? You guys are probably wondering, well, why is that? Well, research done by Dr. Somerville from the University of Rochester shows that your brain is not fully developed until you reach around the age of 25. So my question is, why should we let these 16, 17-year-old youngins get behind the wheel that are unexperienced of basically a death machine, and just like that's the future right there. Like, if we're just killing off the future, that's no good. So after learning about the obvious safety factors, I want to go on to another benefit of raising the driving age, which is obesity rate. Obesity rates will decrease tremendously if we raise the age, because studies shows by CDC say that 1 out of 3 Americans are obese in our country, and that's a pretty high number. And by raising the driving age, this will make the 16, 17, 18-year-olds, like if you want to go to McDonald's, you can't just hop in a car now. You have to walk, you have to ride a bike, you maybe even have to run. Or altogether, you could just say, well, forget the fast food, I'm not going to go walk, run, all that stuff, and then end up just eating at your house. And it's a lot healthier benefit, which in result will decrease the obesity rate. So, in conclusion, I would just like to advise you, because you guys are young, you haven't started driving yet, that before you get behind the wheel, please have good experience with adult supervision so that they can like pick you up and give you tips and all that good stuff before deciding to go out on the road like I did and end up wrecking a car and stuff like that. So other than that, thank you guys for listening.